Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation x to the power of x to the power of 4 is equal to 64. So the variable I want to find the value to in this equation is x. And for my solution, I'm going to first start by taking the power of 4 on both sides. So I get x to the power of x to the power of 4 to the power of 4 is equal to 64 to the power of 4. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. However, m and n are interchangeable, meaning this can also be written as a to the power of n to the times m. Now, if a to the power of m times n is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n, then a to the power of n times m, this should be equal to a to the power of n to the power of m. So x to the power of x to the power of 4 to the power of 4. In this, I can think of x to the power of 4 as m and 4 as n. So this turns into x to the power of 4 to the power of x to the power of 4 is equal to 64 to the power of 4. Now 64 to the power of 4 I can rewrite as 8 squared to the power of 4, which turns into 8 to the power of 8. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of a is equal to b to the power of b, this means that a equals b. So in this case, x to the power of 4 is equal to 8. And to solve for x, I'm going to take the fourth root on both sides. So I get x is equal to positive or negative fourth root of 8. Alright, so in this problem, I have 500 to the power of 500 divided by 250 to the power of 250. So, to solve this, what I'm first going to do is rewrite this as 500 to the power of 250 plus 250 over 250 to the power of 250. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 500 to the power of 250 plus 250 is going to equal 500 to the power of 250 times 500 to the power of 250. And I have all of this over 250 to the power of 250. Now this is the same thing as 500 to the power of 250 times 500 to the power of 250 over 250 to the power of 250. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over b to the power of m, this is equal to a over b to the power of m. So in this case, I have 500 to the power of 250 over 250 to the power of 250, and I can rewrite that as 500 over 250 to the power of 250. Now, this is equal to 500 to the power of 250 times 2 to the power of 250. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m times b to the power of m, this is equal to a times b to the power of m. So in this case, a is 500, b is 2, and of course, m is 250. So I get 500 times 2 to the power of 250, which is equal to 1000 to the power of 250. And this is the same thing as 10 to the power of 750.